Okay, y'all, so here's the stuff that I got for the radio upgrade in the Gen Coupe. That stuff actually in the back is for the hydro dipping that I'm going to attempt today, but we're not making a video on that just in case I fuck up. But anyway, so anybody who got a Gen Coupe know if you're gonna upgrade the stereo, you got to get you the bezels. I ordered those first. They came in black. This is the packaging. The other just came in the regular Hyundai packaging. I'll link this stuff if you need it or whatever. Here's the wires for the tablet to the chargers. It's a data port on there, so you can pick up the data from the phone. Double-sided tape, the charger I need for the particular phone that I have. I had a Samsung Note, so the wire extender, Bluetooth reader. If you're a car person, you already know what that is. And this is the wire to the back of the stereo, Kia Hyundai one, so it'll plug right up, no problem. I just gotta hook the wires to the other wires. This is the stereo I decided to go with, and the tablet. Okay, so I got a little bit of a mess. That upper bezel, to get the tablet in, you're gonna have to cut it. This is the tool I end up using to do it, but I'm pretty sure there's other options. That's just the one I have on hand. You're gonna have to cut it so you can make the buttons fit, and you're gonna have to cut it down here where the mount is to make room for the charger and the cord. That's the only side it can go on. I'm gonna have to fill this stuff off, but yeah, that's gonna be the only process we really have so you can get access to those buttons, because I plan on using my tablet for quite a few things. So that's the route. I'm gonna sand it down and make it a little bit neater, but yeah, that took me about 45 minutes, I'm not gonna lie, but I was moving kind of slow, and I got a nice little mess going over here. It's easy to take the center bezel out. It comes out the back, so just unscrew here and here and here, so comes out with no problem. It's some little clips up here at the top and at the bottom, and it comes straight out, but it should mount up even with me cutting it, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so a little FYI, I put the centerpiece back in. You're gonna have to, can you see it, cut into here. I wouldn't go over to as far where the screw goes, but just into there, just to make sure that charger can go in there with no problem. So focus. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, y'all, don't mind the pollen, but first things first, we got to take everything loose. If you're kind of familiar with the car, you might not be, but first thing you got to do is take the little piece out, which I already took it out because I was messing with it the other day. If I can grab it, but don't want to lose it. You're going to take it out. You use your key, your finger. I use my nails, but I have nails. Pull it out. I stick my key down in there, hit the brake at the same time, and pull it back into neutral so you can pull this up. First thing I'm going to do is take a butter knife. That's usually what's easiest for me. Put it up underneath this clip's like right here on the edge. Get the clip there and pull it up. When you're taking this off, be careful, but you can pull hard. Like, you ain't got to be afraid of it. Just break it, but don't like manhandle it. Inside joke. But you're going to just kind of pull it up. So I'm going to show you in a second. I just lost my butter knife. But once you take this part off, the rest is pretty easy. You're going to pull this one off from here. There will be plugs behind here. So when you pull it out, don't pull it like extra hard, because you got plugs that you got to take loose from behind there. The radio is actually mounted in, so you'll be exposed to the screws and stuff underneath there. And this will actually come off before the radio. This will come off first. This is the hardest one to get off. So, and you'll use a butter knife around the edges, because these clips, you literally have to hold it and pull at the same time. So yeah, just give me a second and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so butter knife. I'm not showing myself much because I decided it's like a bomb to work on my car, so just FYI, I don't see the point in being super dressed up. But what you're gonna do, see how it kind of slides in there, and it's gonna pop. Might need to go around some more. Be careful with the knife as well. You don't want to be like damaging your stuff trying to pry it open. But once you get it, it will come on up. There we go. So this is what it looks like. If you do decide you want to paint it, any of this, the little silver piece actually does pop out and pop back in. That might be something later, because since I did try the hydro dipping on the other two pieces, we'll see how long it lasts. I don't know if it's going to last very long. I might just end up spray painting it. But this piece I wasn't sure about, because when I did the hydro dip, my car wasn't back yet. So we'll see. But just FYI, this does come out, because I'm thinking about fixing it anyway because of the little, you know, wear and tear. So it's whatever. Also, big thing here. Do not lose your screws. Do not drop them, because if they drop down here in the black abyss, then you got to find screws to match stuff. So just a little FYI. I figured that out the hard way. Thankfully, I was able to fish them out. So, yeah. But that's besides the point. So next, I'm going to close this. You're going to pull here. It actually comes out pretty easily. But this will hit it. It will hit right here. I'm sorry for blocking the camera. This is going to hit right here. So, yeah, just be mindful of that. And be mindful that there are wires hooked up behind here, which I'm going to show you. So, I don't know if you can see, but if you pull extra hard, you're going to fuck up some stuff. So, that's what I'm going to do is take this out. Take these plugs out. And they're hard to take off. I'm not going to lie to you. I've done it a couple times. You see the screws down here. And you see one of the screws are missing that I lost from before. But I got a replacement one. Those will be the screws you take loose to get the radio out. Down at the bottom. You don't have to take these out. Just these. And then after I unplug these and take this off, I'm going to take the top bezel off. And this is going to be the hardest one. So I'm going to pause the video while I unplug this, because I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory. Just unplug these and you will be fighting with them. If they don't come out easily, you're not doing anything wrong. They're just not coming out. So yeah, don't think it's anything wrong, but you do have to take this loose. So give me a second while I pause this, because I'm having to hold my camera because I don't have the little tripod thing. This is my first time. So FYI, it comes out a whole lot easier using the screwdriver instead of my freaking fingers. Yeah, so I'm going to finish taking the rest of them out now that I've had a genius moment of my own. Some of y'all probably already knew how to do that, but yeah, so just hold tight. Okay, so 15 minutes or so of struggling. This clip right here, it comes out of here. This whole piece doesn't come off. Some of y'all might already know that, but for the ones of us who didn't, this is the only thing that would be coming out of there. So you got to press the little button at the top and pull it out. I use pliers because my poor little fingers couldn't take it. But so this is what it looks like with no plugs. We'll be taking all this little stuff out of here to put it in its new cover. So all this will be gone, trash, whatever you're going to do with it. Put this to the side for now. Next thing is, like I said earlier, we're going to take these screws apart. But before we do that, we got to fight with the top bezel because, yeah, that's just how it was made. So what we're going to do is butter knife here. And probably because I already been messing with it. But when I first took this thing off, I thought I broke some stuff. But I didn't. It just sounds like that. It's a lot of prying and pulling. So what you're going to do is start here. Pull up around the edges. Use your butter knife. Those clips is like something serious in this top one, so and as you can probably hear, it sounds like I'm tearing something up, but we're really not. Just still be careful. That's my main thing. Lift it up enough for you to get it out away from these clips. But yeah, I'm gonna need both hands, so hold tight. Okay, just to show y'all, at the prime a little bit, I got a little bit up, but I had to really stick the butter knife under there and I mean like pull it up. It's gonna sound like some shit tearing up, I'm not gonna lie to you, but this thing is not the easiest thing to get off. I just kind of want to show you, but hold on. Okay, so what you're gonna start to see, because what I started off doing, I put butter knife under each side under here till I heard that little pop. It's gonna be some clips under here that's gonna be yellow that you're gonna start to see. You probably really can't see it on the camera, so and you're gonna pull and start pulling and prying. But it's a clip right here on each side of here, and these things is like buttholes, so you're gonna like really start pulling, as you can see. But it shouldn't be too hard for some people because I'm using one hand, so. And remember, it's wires behind here, so before you decide to be he-man or he-woman, remember that as you prying this off. But I'm probably going to use the butter knife on the other side a little bit. And it's popping. There we go. So these are the guys you're fighting with right here. These damn yellow clips. And see, there's a plug right here, so you're gonna unplug that. That's actually for the buttons that's on your old thing, so you're gonna unplug that. Back here you see the screen. We're gonna take that screen out. You're gonna unscrew here and here, and on these side right here. And just remember, Phillip head screwdriver for the ones who don't know what a Phillip head is, but I hope if you're working on your car you do. That's the one that looks like a star. The flat one is the flat head. So you can see the stereo underneath there. The rest of the little mounts, you will use those screws when you're to install the new one. So keep up with all your screws. Please keep up with all your screws. But I'm going to take the rest of this out because this is kind of self-explanatory, and I'll get back with you. Not mounted anymore. I took the screws out. It's a little heavy. What it is. You're going to have a plug there too. So you're going to make sure you take that out. Okay, screws out, screens out. This should slide right out for you. It will be wires behind there, so let me make sure I say that. Let me see. I'm gonna actually take the screws off this the mounting pieces on the stereo so I can get it out. And but yeah, it's plugs and stuff behind here. So once again, don't just pull it out. Try to show you your idea. You're gonna unplug the little stuff in here, and yeah, so that's pretty self-explanatory. In my case, I'll be throwing this piece of shit away because it does not work. And when I went to the dealership to try to see if it will fall up under my lovely long ass warranty, I barely missed it by 1,000 miles. But whatever. It is what it is. It just gave me an opportunity to do something else. So I'm about to take these loose back here, and we'll go from there. So this is what it should look like. Stereo's in my lap. Those clips like tore my fingers up. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Like I said, I'm going to be getting rid of this because it don't work. So where I'm going to take this with me, I will do another part of the video. I'm going to merge it together and show y'all what we're going to do with this right here. Put in our new cover, and we're going to get this show on the road. Hopefully everything works out. I watched a couple videos from other people, kind of doing my own way too. So this isn't one of those things like, oh, do it step by step. I'm kind of learning as I go and learning from other people's mistakes in their videos and so on and so forth. So, yeah, but like I said, I don't forget to take these screws out. I'm taking them out. I know the stereo, the Pioneer came with one, some screws, but I just don't like, if I know I'm gonna throw it, I just don't like wasting screws. I like having screws. I have a little bin with screws in it. So, alrighty, get back to y'all on this stuff. So, alright. Okay, so here's the old one, the old front. Don't mind my socks. I'm outside, but the screws you're gonna take loose is the black ones that are here, here. The silver ones I actually connected. I haven't taken them apart yet, so I'm gonna see as we go. Screws down the side right here, and here we're basically taking the face off of this. Also, the FYI, I'm gonna drill a hole in here and run the charger to the tablet straight through here, and connect it to the USB, because from what I was reading, from what everybody else is saying, when you plug it into the back of the stereo, it is not holding a good charge. So I'm gonna do it that way first, since it seemed to be kind of some complaints. So just FYI, if you're watching some of the other people who are doing the same thing, keep that in mind. So I'm gonna take this apart and hold on tight. Okay, so I took some of the screws out, and bam, it comes right out. Keep up with your stuff. Keep up with your screws. I prefer to sit on the ground. Nothing can roll away from me. It's all sitting here with me. So I want to remove the rest of these screws. I got one here. I think it's some screws under there for this part, so I got to take that off too. So yeah. Okay, so another piece off. This is how it's looking. So I see his screws here, so I'm gonna take those screws out and connect it to the other one. So, and don't forget, while you have this loose, if you're gonna run the power cord to the tablet through here, you need to do it in this stage while it's all apart. Don't remember at the last minute. So I'm gonna put you on pause again while I take this loose to try to keep you up to par with this. Okay, so silver screws, takes this off. Don't forget your emblem on the front. See? So you're definitely gonna want that. If you don't, I mean, whatever, but I'm gonna take mine off. And don't forget that you need these clips off of here to put onto the new one. So don't forget about your clips. Okay, so we got the clips on the new one. So it should look something like this. And I just pulled them off. It's pretty easy. Probably the easiest part I've had so far. Now I'm gonna put everything back where it goes, and yeah, go from there. The same way you took it apart is put it in reverse. Go from there. So I decided to do, it's a little dirty in there, I'm gonna clean it out, but I put a hole there, run a wire, I got an extension wire, hooked it to the charger, and I got power from the wall, so I hope it'll be enough power to keep the tablet charged while I was in the car. If not, I'll just figure out another wire, because I know this route will work, plugging it into here. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is what you should have so far. I reconnected everything except I have my wire in the back. Like I said, I'm hoping everything's gonna work. Worst case scenario, I'll take it apart. Like I told y'all before, I'm learning with y'all. Next, I'm going to, let me lay this the correct way, because I don't need that wire being bent before we even put it in the car. I'm going to put in the tablet into here. What we're gonna do, I bought some double-sided tape, my favorite stuff. I'm gonna use that, put it around the edges here, and then I will take the tablet and sit it on top of there. And what you want to do is make sure before you stick it on that is your buttons are lined up. on here, your charger's right. So be very careful as you do this next step. So it took me a second to get my double tape right. I don't do it with it sticking to me, but it's around there. It's secure, as you can see. Hopefully I won't take this out too often. But as you can see, I can get to my buttons, which is the main thing with the tablet. You can see. So, isn't the best cut in the world, but it's my car. You can do better if you got better tools. Okay, so got that tape down. Hopefully it stays. If it don't, I'll try something different. As you see, I did this last night. Put my wires together. They kind of all match up. You will have 3 additional on this side. This is actually for the wheel control. I figured it out last night. There's this item on there that helps us get our steering wheel controls back. So I'm going to mess with that on another day. But these are the wires, so I just put some electrical tape on them so they won't touch the car or touch any other wires. But I'm kind of trying to leave them in a place where I can get to them quick without having to take everything apart. This long green wire is for the parking brake, so you can watch videos. They actually have a piece too that you can connect to here. You can look it up. It's different ones, and what it'll do is allow you to play videos while you drive. I don't really care that much about that, as long as I have my other functions. But if you're into that, that's what this long green wire is for, and there's actually a piece that you buy for that. It's to bypass basically the security of the stereo to keep you safe. Brake bypass on the stereo, and then you put in whatever stereo you end up getting. This is the part that actually will plug into the stereo, and this is the harnesses that will plug into the Genesis. So they should just line right up and plug right in, and we be on our merry little way. So next step is to start putting everything back together. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and take these mounts off. Go ahead and get the new stereo and put the mounts on it. I have it in the box with a couple other things. It also comes with a microphone, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and put mine on. Not sure how I'm gonna run it, but I'll figure it out as I go. I've been winging it the whole time anyway. The stereo also comes with screws, so the mounting screws and stuff for the side. So we'll see how I feel in a second, if I want to just use these or keep them. Or, like I said, I'm a screw person. I love to keep screws, because you just never know. These are the brackets that actually come with the face. Well, this is the old one, the new one. So you'll put this on the side, and what I'm gonna do is try to match it up as close as possible, align it on mine, which I'm thinking is gonna be this first hole and probably this last one, and these are just 4 on each side. So I'll show you in a second. Okay, so I'm back in the car. Got my little brackets on. I thought to figure out what freaking screws to use, and they only sent 3. The guy in the video had 4, but I don't know. Anyway, so here's the back of the new radio. The plug-in, all you do is plug the power in. You don't need your, I guess that's pink and yellow, white line. You also don't need that line, which is, I think, the ground wire and power. I didn't look at it up close, if you want to know the truth. I decided to plug the mic in right there to see if I'm going to need it. I actually ran the mic through here, that same hole that I'm going to have the power running for the tablet. I'm about to say iPad, the tablet, and right through there so you can hear me when I'm using the Bluetooth. I don't know how it really works. If it don't work, I just take it back loose and take it out. But I plugged everything in, and if we give me a second, we'll see if this thing actually works. So it looks like we have power. Let me see if I clear this up. Ran through a few settings. It will ask you about if you want English, whatever you want to put. It's gonna ask you about standard mode or network mode. I'm not as familiar with the stereo whole thing, I'll be honest. So I just put mine in standard mode. I don't have a speaker system or anything. The only reason I turned the music off is because I didn't want to deal with the whole, you know, by law that I don't own the rights, blah blah blah. So I turned it off. But it does work. I have sound coming out of the speakers, and we go from there. Okay, so you seen that it came on. Me and this camera. What I decided, I took the tablet, sat it up there, and ran the charger wire behind it. Because what's going to happen, we got a lot of wires back there. And some of my wires I'm trying to hold on to for the simple fact that I am going to install that steering wheel control thing. Or at least I'm going to try to. Those particular wires, I'm actually going to leave down here. The black one, I'm trying to get to them. But yeah, I'm gonna leave these down here so I can get access to them. So when that time comes, it's the black, is the other one is green and yellow, I believe, and pink and blue. I'm not really sure how this whole bypass the brake thing's gonna work. If I realize it's something that I just have to have, like if it'll fix the GPS on here or something or anything like that, which I don't think it will because this one doesn't have GPS, I'll then get that little mechanism piece they sell. But other than that, right now I'm going to try to hook everything up. But like I said, you will have a little trouble making the wires fit. I had to end up sticking some of the harness over into the corner and pulling a lot of the wires down. So that when I get ready to mount her in, everything will go in there properly. So this is what we're looking at. I put a little more oomph on that side, but just side note, those wires will give you a hard time, so you got to kind of arrange them. But everything did plug in just right. Like I said, I plugged the mic in, so I'll test that out in a little while to see if it works. And I'm going to hook everything back up and see what happens. Okay, so I got some of it put back together. Took me forever to get those things to work. Now, side note, that double-sided tape, pick something that's better, because this shit on me keeps falling apart. I'm going to try to rig it up with some other double-sided tape that I have, but yeah, so I gotta play with that for a second. But I'm gonna put all this back together. The tablet is the only thing that's giving me a hard time right now, just for the simple fact, like I said, the shit won't stay stuck. But I probably bought the wrong double-sided tape, so it's cool. I know how to make things work. But right now, that's what we got. We're gonna check, make sure everything works in a little bit once I get done with this. And what I end up doing is running the charger behind the stereo and connected it to an extender that's gonna come out of here, that little hole we drilled earlier. The extender cord actually comes with the stereo, the Pioneer. I don't know about the other ones, and what I'm gonna do is just plug it into either here. Actually I have an adapter that goes here. This right here is the microphone I ran through there because I'm gonna see how that works too. Thing about cars, we all know, hey, the shit don't work, take it apart. So we'll see in a second. Just hold tight. Alright, y'all, so I ran to Home Depot. I would have recorded that, but I didn't want to get the Rona on my phone trying to touch stuff and people walking past, and I was just trying to get in, get out. So I went and got some real two-sided tape. So this should work to keep the tablet in this stupid thing, because I'm struggling. Don't buy the two-sided tape that I showed y'all, okay? Don't buy it at all. So I'm gonna attempt to put this on there real quick so we can get this done, because it's literally almost done. Also, as I was driving, music sounds great so far. I'll probably do another video with a ride along with it. But everything seemed to work so often. I put the mic in here. I don't know if the mic is working or if it's my mic that actually comes in the car. But it's probably this one. But everybody seemed to be able to hear me pretty well, so I think I'm gonna just leave it up in here. I'm not gonna really trip about it. Everything else seems to work. Air conditioning, heat, all that. Buttons, all my buttons on here are working. The radio is awesome. I still got to do some playing with it to figure out how to work it. You probably see my fingers all over the screen. So yeah, let me try. I'm gonna pause the video and try to get this double-sided tape on here. This should work. It's like extremely strong, so this shit should work. Okay, hold tight. All right, so this is the route I'm gonna go. I just cut it. You can do yours differently. This is what I'm gonna try. If it don't work, well, try again, I guess, for me. I'm gonna peel it off, stick the tablet on, plug the charger back in. Well, plug the charger back in, then put the tablet on, because yeah, that was my little hiccup with my little groove I created for the charger. I probably should have went a little deeper, but I had already put it back together, so it's cool. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully once I plug this into here, the tablet be up and running. I'm gonna try to set up some of the apps on there that I'll be running, and if you're interested in that, I can just send it to you. Dash command is gonna be one of them that I'm gonna put on there, and yeah, automate, something like that, automated. I'm still trying to get some more information on that and how to use it. I downloaded it onto my tablet. That's basically just to make sure that it comes on when the car comes on and goes off when the car goes off. So yeah, I'm gonna try to see. I'm still playing with that, so hold tight. All right, y'all, so it worked. It's on here for the most part. So it's time to hook it back up. Matter of fact, before I do that, I'm gonna actually read about the Bluetooth reader for the car. And let me get back to you. All right, y'all, so here's the finished product. Dash command gave me a hard time. I had to end up downloading the app on my phone and making an account because it wouldn't let me do it through the tablet. I don't really know, but everything seems to be working properly. I'm gonna play with it for a while. Tablet seems to be charging. Microphone seems to be working. I'm gonna figure out somewhere to put this, but this is the rundown. This is the setup. So here we go.